Hello friends, foes, and other watchers on the internet. My name is Matt, you're watching Hogwash Gaming, and it's another character creation day. You'll notice that I am using the fill-outable character sheet thing that is included online because I found out what programs I could get for free to fill these out. It's Adobe Acrobat Reader DC, so that's a free program that you can download so you can actually fill these out. I just found out a little while ago, so we're going with that. As you can see, we are going to be working on a Paladin, a human Paladin named Bastian Florian Vanderbilt IV. And yes, his background will definitely be noble. And his alignment is going to be interesting. I'll get to that. I'll just put my name here. Yeah, so having my microphone right here means I can't see my keyboard, and I'm not a good enough typer to not look at my keyboard. So this might be a little difficult. But we made do in the past, so we will make do again. Alright, so I rolled up some stats. I got a 17, a 12, a 15, an 8, a 12, and a 16, and I already have added the human bonuses to all of them because humans get a +1 for all stats, and I've decided to go with the strengths of a paladin. We have the charisma is a huge part of what a paladin does, so what we're going to do is I'm going to put his score here. That's a 17. So 17 for charisma, which gives him a +3. Alright, and then we have the wisdom. That's where I was going to put the 8. Because it would fit his character to do this. Because he is going to be a bit of a dork as far as being full of himself and taking his abilities and thinking he can do more with them than he really can. He's not going to be a total throw away his life kind of guy, but he's not going to be the most humble. So that's where the wisdom, his lack of humility, gives him a negative in wisdom. That's how I'm role-playing this mechanic. Alright, so next up I had dexterity, and since he is going to be armored up, he's gonna have a lot of armor on him. I'm not gonna put too much on his dex, so we'll go with that. Oh wait, this is intelligence. I wrote these out of order on my little cheat sheet that I was working on a little earlier, but intelligence is the same thing. It's a 12. That's why I got messed up. So that's a 1 there, and then dexterity is also a 12, and that's a 1. Then I put my highest rolls, of course in charisma, and then with strength I put 15. So 15 I believe gives you a 2, right? Yep. And constitution is I gave that a 16. 16, not 12, 16. And that gives a 3. 3. Come on, stop doing that. 3. Okay, good. Now, I'm not used to putting the modifiers in the big box. I'm usually putting the bigger numbers in the bigger box. It kind of made sense to me that way. But, yeah, we'll just do that. Alright, so, let me see. I might have to crack open the book for a few things because I was working on this off of my phone when I was doing it. He has no experience points. Yep. Alright, so what do I have in here? Let's write down his proficiencies. Alright, so S and M weapons. So that's simple and martial because he's a paladin, he knows these things. And then I'm just gonna write all armor because I believe that's what. Let me just get my book real quick. Sorry. Bum, ba-da-bum, bum, 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 bum. Player's handbook. All right. Let's take a look at what it says for paladins, just so I'm making sure I'm writing this down correctly and no one gets angry at me, because that really matters to me. Anyway, paladin, here we go. Yeah. So they have a half-orc here, but we're going human. What do we got? All armor and shields. Good. Making sure. I was pretty sure they did. Shield. Hey, there we go. And he is going to have a shield. No tools. Okay, and his saving throws are wisdom and charisma. Interesting. So his wisdom save is going to be +1. His charisma save is going to be a +5. Interesting. Intelligence 1. So that's taking care of the deficit there, I guess. Which would make sense. He would have wisdom in some respects, but not in others. It makes total sense. Constitution, that's a 3. Dexterity, that's a 1. And strength is a 2. Alright. Alright, now. So, I've already chosen the skills that he's good at, and we will go on from there. Okay. Keep that nearby, but I have a few things already written down. Since he's a noble, he's also proficient in history and persuasion. Alright. And then I decided he will be good at chess. At least know how to play it. He's proficient at chess. And it says one language of your choice. I didn't have the human thing with me when I was looking this up. So we're going to take a look at what humans get. Humans are like one of the more boring choices when you're coming up with a character, but at the same time you don't have to use the you don't have to make up what a whole race is like dwarves are usually really good off and whatnot, but humans can be just human. It's the nice thing. Alright, so apparently humans, of course, have a speed of 30. Yep, knew that. And languages, they have common. Okay, I'm gonna put in here languages. Hopefully that's spelled right. And we have C-O-M-O-N. Good. Maybe if I move that here, is that better? Now I can see the words at least, the letters. Common and one other choice, and being a noble gives me another language. So I have 2 languages that I can choose as well as common. So him being of noble lineage, he will know Elvish. And since he's a paladin, he will have some history of religious texts, which would probably give him Celestial as well. Alright, so those are the languages that I've decided he will have. Okay, that's all flavor, and then it's Dragonborn right after that. So, that's all for human. Alright, so, now let's take a look at... Oh, right. What I chose for his Paladin proficiencies. We'll give him the Insight, which will help because, once again, he's foolish, but he's not dumb, if that makes sense. So Insight, he's got a bit there, and Religion. So he knows a thing or two about those two. So Dexterity is 1. Wisdom, -1. Arcana, 1. Athletics, 2. Deception, 3. History, that's intelligence plus modifiers, so that's 3. Insight is 1. Intimidation is 3. Investigation is 1. Medicine is... Ooh, this is interesting. -1 for medicine. Interesting. But that's okay because I think he has some abilities coming up where he will be able to cast things and that'll automatically heal. So that won't be a medicine check, I don't think. Maybe it will be. I don't know. We'll take it as it comes. There. He also isn't very observant. Probably because he's observing himself more. 3, 3, and 3. And then Dexterity is 1, Stealth 1, and Survival -1. Alright, so he's definitely going to be relying on his compatriots to keep him safe for some things. So he has a passive perception of 9. Interesting. Alright, so that's all good there. AC. Now let's get into the things that he has. I'm gonna take the martial weapon and shield, so we will go with that. Shield. I misspelled that because I tend to. And then we're going to go with. Okay, he had 25 gold pieces from the. Actually, I won't write that down because that's such a liquid asset that I don't like printing that. Alright, so shield, and then chainmail. Those are the two things that are going to really affect his AC more than his dexterity will. So, chainmail is 13 plus dex, so that would be 14, and shield adds a +2 to that. So, chainmail 13, that's 14, so his AC is 16, which is a really good AC for a beginner. 16, very nice. His hit points are 10 plus his constitution, which is 3, so that means he has 13 hit points. He's a level 1, what can I say? Actually, what we're gonna do, since this is somewhat liquid as well, we'll paste that there. Cool. And now let's go back down here. He will have a priest pack. Priest, I'm for E sometimes. Alright, so we have that. And anything else I had here? Oh yes, he has his noble things. We have fine clothes. Fine clothes, a signet ring for his family, and scroll of pedigree. Scroll of P-E-D-I-G-R-E. Hopefully that's spelled right. It's not flagging it as not. Anyways, those will be really good for, we'll do this. So it kind of separates the combat stuff with the RP stuff. But this stuff will be really good if we need to influence someone of higher power. I can refer to my upper crust backgrounds. Alright, so we have a lot of this stuff taken care of. Initiative, that's dexterity based, I think. So, +1, cool. I would put a plus in front of all of these, but it would take more time, whatever. Alright, now then, he has 1 hit dice, that's a 1d10, cool. Now, let's get into the features of the Paladin. Oh, first thing, he has Divine Sense. Oh, wait. Yeah, let's do this, and then we'll cover weapons. Alright, so, Divine Sense. You can use this feature a number of times equal to 1 plus your charisma modifier. Okay, so, Divine... Is it D-I? Yes, D-I. V-I-N-E-S-E-N-Z. Sense. See, this is why Orc Pub was nice. If you're wondering what happened to Orc Pub, I'll clue you in. Orc Pub got shut down because it was using information from the books that were not free. Now, from what I've heard, they could have gotten away with it, except they started trying to charge money for it. And when you charge money for things that you didn't make, it makes corporations mad. So, Wizards of the Coast shut them down. I don't know if that's extremely accurate as far as what exactly happened, but that's my understanding of it. So, that's what we're going to go with. And so now I am using this. Okay, anyway, back to building things. Divine Sense. This, oops. Hit tab. Doesn't work like Windows Word. Alright, so Divine Sense allows here, no. Let's simplify. Sense Fiend Celestial. I misspelled Fiend. Fiend, Celestial, and there was something else. Undead, right? Undead. Undead. It's like, undead's not a word. In this world it is. Up to 60 feet. Alright. And it's a little more to it than that, but we'll cover that if I want to use it. Divine Sense. Good. Alright, and next we have Lay on Hands. Alright, so Lay on Hands, I'm just reading the description here, and it does not require a medicine check from what I understand. So, I will definitely be using this instead of trying to heal somebody with just my hands. So, Lay on Hands, I can restore a total number of hit points equal to my Paladin level times 5. Okay, as an action. Okay. Or I can use 5 points from this pool to cure a disease or neutralize 1 poison. Okay. Okay, and it has no effect on undead or constructs. So, what we'll do is we will be... let's lay on hands. Layonhands. Lay on hands. I gotta capitalize for fanciness sake. And lay on hands is restore from a pool of HP equal to 5x your 5x Paladin level. Alright. Can be five points. Oh, no swear words. 5 points can be used to cure disease or poison. Disease, or poison. Cool. So we have those two. Alright, so we have these two here, and that's all that the Paladin has at level 1. It's pretty good, though. Yep. HP on any... Is this willing creature? Nope, just a creature. It doesn't have to be willing. Creature. Okay. Alright, and I think laying on hands kind of is... I'm pretty sure you touch it, right? As an action. And as an action. Okay, these are two actions. These are actions. A-C-T-I-O-N. It's good to know. And A-C-T-I-O-N. There. So that's good. Restore HP on a creature from a pool of HP. And let's just capitalize this to be consistent. Restore HP on a creature from a pool of HP equal to 5. Yeah, so I can just use an action and use 2 of it if I need to, etc. Good. All right, so I'm just gonna move on to weapons. And sorry if this is taking a little longer. OrcPub used to fill this all out for me and give me the choices that I need to look at, but I don't have that option now. So that's what we're gonna do. Alright, so he has a shield, so that means he gets 1 martial weapon and a shield, and he can't use that martial weapon when he can't use that martial weapon if it's a 2-handed thing in conjunction with the shield. So we will go through here and let's take a look at some single-handed things. Longsword looks pretty nice. Pike is a 2-handed thing. Longsword is versatile, but I would need to drop my shield. If I was going to be really picky, I wouldn't have to drop my shield to use that, but it must be a certain type of shield. Let's go with the... I'm looking for the biggest... nastiest... Well, let's think of our character. He's a bit full of himself. What kind of weapon would a person who's full of himself use? And I want it to be good. I don't see him as being a very bludgeony type, more like a swashbuckler kind of guy. Glaive would be nice, but it's double-handed. Let's go. I'm gonna give him a rapier. Alright, so R-A-P-I-E-R. Rapier has finesse, so if I needed to use dex, I could do that. Not sure why I would do that, but a rapier sounds good. Yeah, we'll go with a rapier. And for the simple weapon that a paladin could get, I will go with a spear, I think. I think a spear makes the most sense of what I'm seeing. Yeah, so we'll go with spear. S-P-E-A-R. And now his attack bonus will go up here. Strength is higher than dex, so proficiency with it. So he has 4. So it's a +4. Yes, +$4. Yeah. Damage type. It's piercing. And it's a 1d8. 1d8 plus. They make these things so small, and the type doesn't extend, so it's obnoxious that way. So I can't tell you what type of damage it is, but it's a rapier. It's meant for thrusting, apparently. +4. Okay, and I'll just copy this. Paste. Paste. There we go. This is a 6, I believe. Yep. 6. Now, if it's thrown... 6. Thank you. 6. 3. Spear. S-P-E-A-R. R-N-G-D. Ranged. Or T-R-W-N. Yeah. Whatever. I'll know what it is, I think. So, it's a +4. And then this will be a +3. Because my dexterity is 1, proficiency 2, 3. Actually, you don't get proficiency with this, do you? You get that. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, so that's what you do. Does he have any other weapons or gear? Does he get more? No. Okay, but he has ranged if he throws his spear. And he has that. I don't think spears get reach, do they? No, but they're versatile. Okay. Well, if he feels like lowering his AC for some reason, that'll work, I guess. That. Yeah. We'll find out how he's used. Because I'm actually making this character for a new series that's coming up. Campaign. My friend Joe is running a official game. I forget what it's called. The Rise of the Dragon Queen, I think. Something like that. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of D&D. I'm not familiar with some of those things. Anyway, so this is my character for that. I'm gonna fill out his personality traits, his ideals, his bonds and flaws on my own time, but as far as what he has to offer, this is Bastian Florian Vanderbilt IV, ready for combat. Hope you enjoyed watching. Sorry it's a little slower than my other videos, because my other videos were filled out for me to an extent. But, yeah. Oh, his alignment. Gotta do his alignment. I'm gonna say it's lawful neutral. He's out for himself. So, lawful neutral. N-E-U-T-R-A-L. Is that neutral? How do you spell neutral? It's saying it is. Alright. So, until next time, this is Hogwash, over and out. I'll catch you later.